this is Brittany from the future, just jumping in real quick at the start. I am super spazzy today, so if you hear lots of weird little grunts, I apologize, and if you're watching the visual, I'll try cover my spazzes up, but I might get lazy with the editing, so if you see me spaz, apologies, and yeah. All right, let's get on with it. Hello and welcome to Talk 30 to Me.
Wow.
Welcome back.
You saying welcome back to me?
No.
You're in my house. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. I've just been in Queenstown for the last week.
How was it?
It was good. It was not that cold, which I was a little disappointed about, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But no, still had a lovely time. Bit of goss for this week. Vanessa Hudgens is pregnant.
What?
And she announced it at the Oscars. What a queen.
Oh my god, I had no idea.
I know. Have you not seen the pics?
No.
Oh my god, she is pregnant and she announced it at the Oscars, and it's so funny because just before, I think like a week before, people were making comments on her body and she was like, my body's just like a normal body, like stop making comments kind of thing.
Oh my
And
god,
then-
we just talked about her on the last episode
I know,
too.
that's why I was like, whoa, what a crazy world.
Oh, she looks so good.
I know. So we love Vanessa Hudgens.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Not that you'll listen to this, but I can't believe she's pregnant.
That's so cool.
Little baby V is pregnant.
Oh,
Aww.
bless.
I know, so
That's
sweet.
so cute. Did you see the thing I tagged you in this morning on Facebook?
No, I haven't been on my phone.
It was Hilary Duff's husband at it again.
Oh my god, what's he done?
He was he just had a vasectomy and he was like high on drugs and he was binging Love is Blind, and then he was going through and like DMing all the Love is Blind contestants and giving them feedback on
my god, I
giving them
actually love
feedback
that.
on what he think they did right and wrong on the show.
Oh my god, okay, so here he goes. He DM'd Jimmy Presnell. Jimmy, man, you can't friend request the other chick. What are you doing? And then, I don't know who this other person is.
Oh,
Watch Ken? I don't know who
Ken,
that
yeah.
is. Oh, you let me down being on your phone so much. Oh my God. And then he messages Jeremy. No, dude, you spelt your name wrong and did your girl wrong.
Yeah, Jeremy's a
And then he
piece
said, well,
of-
I didn't spell my name. And then he replies, fair. But the girl, don't spoil the ending for me, man. I'll never forgive you. And then Johnny, I don't know how it ends, man, but get a vasectomy. They're so fun and easy.
Yeah, because
That's
he's
what
having...
I keep hearing. I can hook you up with my doc. I'm feeling great. And he told me it wasn't small. Oh
and
my
then,
God,
and then
he's
they
so good.
FaceTime.
He's so
Yeah,
good. That's so hilarious.
I know, I saw that yesterday.
What a
or
great
this morning.
human.
thought
I
it was
love
so
him.
Funny.
Are there
Yeah.
any F1 updates?
Oh yeah. So my apologies for last week. I lied to you and said Leclerc got third, but he got fourth.
Oh, right.
But this last week he got third. So I think
Yes,
I
queen.
was predicting.
Love my baby boy. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry, everyone. Who's that new kid who
Ollie.
raced? Ollie.
He did so good.
Ollie,
so
Ollie,
proud
Ollie.
of him.
Oi. We love that.
Yeah, he did really good.
Aw.
I think he got like 7th or something.
I keep getting like recommended stuff on Facebook now because it's like listening to me, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like the future of F1, and then it's like showing like all the like kids.
As long as it shows Mini B one day.
Oh,
That'd
Mini
be
B.
so cute.
Oh, you got to get him on the racetrack. That'd
I
be so
know.
cute.
Well, once we move, hopefully, we can get him in a little go-kart. That's how it'll start.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Aww.
So,
Oh my God, I saw a recommendation because my Facebook is now just like F1. The guy who owns the team that Lando Norris races for
yeah.
is Zach Brown, and it shows, I think when he like was a kid and he
yeah.
got his like first paycheck or whatever, he like went and got like a go-kart or something.
No, what happened is that he
there
was
we
on
go.
it.
You're gonna know
I think
better.
I tagged you. Or I tagged Jonathan, and then it showed up on your page.
Oh, maybe.
Because what happened is that Zach Brown was on a game show.
Oh, that's right.
And he was a contestant, and he won like £2,000 or something.
Yeah.
And with that money, he bought his first go-kart,
Yeah.
which started it all. And now
I
he's team
know.
principal of McLaren.
That's so epic.
So cool.
Oh, dreams do come true, kids. If you
Yeah.
listen out there.
I'm not sure if this is child-friendly.
Yeah, I know.
Mini
Yeah, well-
B sees it pop up on our TV now, like on
Oh my God,
YouTube.
does he?
Like our channel comes up for like recommended, and he like usually points to what he wants to watch.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want to watch this. And
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, no, like you're not
That's
watching the
so
podcast
funny.
because then I'm not going to be able to relax. It's just cringe to like rewatch.
Oh my God. Yeah, fair.
The good thing about us recording these in advance, though, is that they come out and I'm like, what did we talk about again on this episode?
Same. Dad like said something to me and I was like, oh, that's what we talked about. I was like, oh yeah, that's what we did in episode 2. I was like, I
My
remember
dad
doing that.
listened to it again.
Yeah, he's listened to every episode. So
Oh, bless.
maybe we do need to re-listen and go through. There's
Because
nothing in there.
our lovely brother told us that if our dad's listening, we're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
Also, do you guys think we sound alike? I've had quite a bit of feedback.
Interesting. Rachel, she was like, I never realized how much you guys sounded alike.
Yeah. And I've asked a couple of people and they're like, no, you guys sound the same. They can only tell the difference because they know us personally. But if people don't know us personally, then I'm not sure they could tell.
Who am I?
Oh my God. Clearly that's Brittany. I did not sound like that.
me trying to, that was me trying to do a Courtney.
This is me doing Brittany. Oh my God, blue zone. Just kidding.
Oh my God, coffee, tea. Have you seen my tea selection?
Oh my God. I mentioned that once because you were roasting me.
I know, I had to grapple with something. Maybe we're just one person and we're like Norman Bates, just flicking personality.
Oh my God, that would be terrifying.
That's actually
but also
freaky.
a genius idea for a podcast if you're like that.
You like go watch the YouTube, it's just one person, just like
Oh
being
my
one
God.
Oh my God, that would actually be crazy. Okay, sorry, I don't know what I thought of that.
Holy.
What's your beverage of choice today? Oh,
Everyone take a guess. The vanilla ice latte.
Queen. Mine's a hot chockey, thank you, Courtney.
You're welcome.
All right, shall we do unpopular opinion and am I the arsehole?
Yes.
Should we start with am I the arsehole?
Sure.
Okay, am I the arsehole for having an affair with my girlfriend since she said we are just friends? I've been seeing Amanda for over a year. We went on dates, were intimate, lived together, basically acted like a couple in every way except she would insist we were just friends whenever I tried to make it official. It started to really bother me that after a year she wouldn't acknowledge we were in a relationship. One night at a bar, I met Lisa, who was very forward about being promiscuous. I thought since Amanda and I were just friends, it wouldn't be cheating to hook up with Lisa. So I took Lisa home to the apartment Amanda and I shared, and we were cuddling on the bed when Amanda walked in. She was furious and gave me the silent treatment for days. After some groveling apologies from me, she finally agreed to be my official girlfriend. It's been 6 months since. However, Amanda and some of my friends keep saying I was out of line to hook up with Lisa since Amanda and I were clearly more than just friends, despite what she said. But I figured since she kept insisting we were just friends, I was free to see other people. Am I the arsehole?
Grow up. Fucking hell. Yeah, you're the arsehole.
I kind of get it, to be fair. Like, I mean, it's definitely not nice for her at all. And, like, if that was me, I'd be, like, fuming. And he definitely should have thought about her feelings. But also, she was the one who, like, insistently said for so long, we're just friends, we're just friends. So
But they're clearly not just friends.
I know, but he knew that. And he wanted to move it forward, and go, like, make it official with her. But she was the one saying no. So maybe he should have just said to her, look, I can, maybe he should have talked to her, like, met this girl or whatever and been like, look, there's a girl, like, I want to take home. You said we're just friends. Like, what's the situation? I want to check with. Maybe he should have checked with her first.
Okay, they're living together. They're clearly not just friends. Nah, he's the arsehole. They just need to grow up. Am I the arsehole for telling my mum I don't want her to watch her grandson alone anymore? I, female 23, and my husband, male 24, welcomed our baby, male, in September last year. We moved from his hometown to mine in January in hopes of saving up to buy a house, and we moved in with my mum, 50, something she very enthusiastically agreed to. Throughout our few months, she's been a little weird. She's constantly checking to see if he has teeth, pushing us to stop feeding him milk, tries to give him really complicated food like candy. Her defense is, I did it with you and you survived. Most recently, she was holding him and playfully asked him if he wanted water, in which I responded, please do not give him water, Mum. She proceeds to give him and goes, see, he's fine, he isn't dead. I immediately took my child from her and informed her that she'll no longer be watching the baby alone since she is constantly overstepping my boundaries and doing everything I ask her not to do. She isn't talking to me now and told me I made her feel like a bad parent and grandparent. Am I the arsehole? Is there something I should be doing to make her talk to me? Edit. I pay half the mortgage, utilities, buy my own food to cook with. I don't rely on her for childcare. Just want to clear that up since I'm seeing a few comments about that.
Oosh.
Yeah.
I feel like the mum has to respect the boundaries and the rules that the mum of her grandchild is making. So she has to respect her daughters, even if she disagrees, even if she thinks she knows better. She doesn't, because we're all learning, and as time goes on, things are evolving as well with like knowledge about kids and things. And yes, there's surviving, but also you can make it a lot better for your kids, I guess, and that's what we know a lot more about now. But regardless of all that anyway, you just got to respect the child's parent and their wishes and what they want to do, unless it's really harming the child. But this parent is obviously very loving and caring and cares a lot about her child.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah. Also, just because like I hate it drives me actually wild when someone's like, well, I did it to you. You're fine.
Yeah,
that
is
that makes me
ridiculous.
so mad. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I'm not fine.
Yeah.
But also, like, is basic survival the standard of
Exactly.
how we're going to be treating people?
Yeah,
It's like, well, you didn't die. Well, great, but like, fuck.
When people say that, it's just like, yeah, like what are you saying? It's like, cool. It's not, if that's not how the parent wants to do it, then let them do it their own way. And like I said, time has evolved in the last 30-40 years, so we know a bit more about how to bring children up with less trauma. Not saying that these parents have given their kids trauma, but it's parents are a lot more woke, I guess, about that stuff these days.
I haven't heard that word in so long.
Bringing it back.
Woke, wow. But yeah, I agree. For myself, I had some people telling me some stuff like, oh, you can just give them water. I'm like, no, like, you're not actually supposed to give your child water before they're 6 months old.
Yeah,
and
I didn't even know that until little.
Mini B.
Actually, I didn't even know of Mini B because I never like was in charge of like feeding him or anything. But I learned that with my other nephew.
Yeah, so like someone when he was 3 months old was like, it's hot, just give him water. I'm like, no. And they're like, it'll be fine. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And it's like, I never stand up for myself if it's for me, but like with Mini B, I will like.
I think that's quite common with mum, because I think like when you become a mum, you suddenly like you're okay to be a lot more chill and laid back when it's just you, and you allow people to say things to you when it's just you, but suddenly when you have a child, you're like, no, I'm not going to stand for this. And I think that's completely normal and okay, and as you should, as a mum or a dad. Yeah.
Just like lots of boundaries. I feel like I'm constantly just blocking them.
Yeah, you're like, bye,
be gone. But yeah, like lots of different things like water. I don't want to name other things just in case people are listening, but yeah, I was just like, excuse me, if I like, no is a full sentence. Like if I say no, don't push it.
Yeah, the line is drawn. Listen to the mums and dads, because they know best, and they also know their child best.
And if they don't know best, they'll work it out. Like, unless it's going to harm the child, then just let them be and have them work it out themselves.
Yeah, and like you can make suggestions, but
wait until they ask as well.
Yeah,
like I hate it when people like make suggestions, but you're not actually asking for an opinion.
Yeah.
Oh,
unpopular opinion: public gyms are not worth it anymore. I can't agree with that.
Why?
Well, actually,
was it at home workout?
Well, the thing is, since COVID, you just learn to do everything. Like, you learn to find things on like YouTube. So, like, I don't know. I feel like, it's not really worth it anymore.
Well, I think it depends, because some people are highly motivated to go out and go to the gym. Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like they're going out to go to a class or go work out, and they wouldn't benefit from having to stay home and do that. Maybe they wouldn't do it as much. Maybe there's better equipment.
True.
I think it depends who you are.
I think it's a good way to meet people as well. Sometimes you're just like, it's easy to just stay home. But I think it actually, I might take it back, because I think it is good going to the gym and and meeting new people and stuff.
Or even if you're not meeting people and you're just going because you're more motivated to get out of your home and go somewhere.
Totally. Unpopular opinion: it's okay to be wrong about something.
Oh, duh.
100%. Is that even an unpopular opinion? Like 100% doesn't exist. No one knows everything. No one is 100%. Courtney might have flaws that I have. Things that can fill those flaws, and I'll have flaws that she has, characteristics that can fill my flaws, and we're all just living in a society together where we're all just filling in each other's flaws. Why does that sound dirty?
I don't know, but
you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
No one can be 100% at anything.
Absolutely, yeah.
No one knows everything. We're all just filling in each other's flaws.
I feel like filling in is a weird...
No, but you know, like,
I
you
know
got
it.
flaws, I got
No, we're not doing that. But also, we're just on a flying rock going through space. Like, we're so insignificant. Like, it's not that deep. Be wrong. It's fine. Learn from it. Grow.
Traveling doesn't make someone more interesting.
Yeah. I know. I actively try not to make, like, being in Canada my whole personality. But because it was my whole 20s, it just kind of became my personality. But, like, when I was in Canada, it was very much like, oh, you're from... I think it's because when I was overseas, they made it, like, my personality that I was just from New Zealand.
I definitely was one of these people that came back and was like, traveling's amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't think of myself as any better, but the reason I was so, like, travelling is amazing, blah, 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 because I just wanted, like, everyone I loved and cared about to experience that too.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to explain it to someone who hasn't done it just comes across sticky, so it was never gonna go well.
What was the question?
Traveling doesn't make someone more interesting, and I agree, it doesn't make someone more interesting, but
Makes them have better stories, probably.
yeah,
Honestly.
they might have better stories, but also they've seen a lot of the world, and there definitely is something that comes with seeing a different culture, a different place.
Because there's some people also that have just such like a small town mentality.
Yeah.
Like they grew up in a small town or a city and they never plan on leaving. They don't want to go. They don't want to explore. They don't want to do anything.
Yeah. And that's okay, but yeah. They should experience
They
it should definitely expand their knowledge. Yes.
Yeah. You just grow up so much while traveling.
Exactly. And you see so much, and it's
comfort zone.
Yeah, good to get out of comfort zone. Good to just see different cultures and different places and see the world, because there's a lot more to it than a small little place.
Yeah.
Okay, so this week on Real Talk, we thought it would be great to talk about love languages and Enneagrams, because Courtney knows so much about them, and she's very passionate about love language and Enneagrams. So
and any personality
quiz thing. So like, Courtney, would you like to do a little description?
We'll do Myers-Briggs another day for anyone else that's interested in this.
There we go.
So the love languages we'll start with. Okay, so there are 5 love languages: words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. So the 5 love languages are how to express heartfelt commitment to your mate, and the book is by Gary Chapman, and it's actually a fairly old book. It's from the 90s.
Oh, interesting.
Fairly old.
That's when we were born, but okay.
Most people have more than one love language, and they can also change and shift over time. That's
interesting, because when I was like looking at these, sorry, I'm just jumping in.
That's right.
I was like, oh, like I feel like I used to be some of these, but now I, like in a different relationship, you're something else, or I guess you got different people around you that are giving you other things, so then you
become accustomed to that, maybe.
Or you need something else more because you're not getting it from somewhere else. Anyway.
Yeah. So that's because our needs and wants are constantly shifting, and the way we express, receive, and give love can change. So I sent Brittany the little quiz.
My top was words of affirmation. Ooh. And followed closely by acts of service. And then quality time, physical touch, and receiving gifts.
Also, I think you can receive love and give love differently. I personally, receiving gifts for me is like one of my lower 2, but I love giving gifts.
But it's also important for your partner or your family and friends to just know their love language, because like you might like giving gifts, but then their love language might not be receiving gifts. So then you should probably not make that a priority towards them, because you want to be able to provide them with what their love language is, whether it's gifts or words of affirmation or quality time. Just making sure that just because you like to receive it doesn't mean they like to receive that specific type of love.
That's why it's good for couples to do it together, so then they can know. So like, because you could be, like you said, giving you could be giving your partner like a lot of words of affirmation, and that could be like lowest on his, and he'd be like, why aren't you showing that you love and care for me? But you're like, I am, but it's not how he wants to receive love. Yeah. So it's really important to understand your partner's love languages.
Definitely.
In my opinion.
What's your love languages then?
Do you want all of them in order or just the top couple?
No, do it in order.
So quality time.
Nice.
And then words of affirmation and physical touch were like equal. And then receiving gifts and acts of service.
Lovely.
Which is interesting because like yours was acts of service was second.
I like when people do things for me without asking.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
Because then it means that they're like thinking of me.
Yeah, I'm surprised my physical touch was as high as it was. It used to be lower. But
Yeah.
I'm so touched up by the end of the day because of Mini B. Like, I just
know.
don't want to even be like maybe a
Interesting.
hug, but,
Yeah, but
like,
maybe
do not
maybe
touch
the
me.
meaning behind it.
I think it's the meaning behind it.
It's not the actual physical touch. It's the fact that your partner's like grabbed your hand and just like, and then you know that they're there for you, or you know, it's something like that. But you all should do the love languages quiz because you can do it whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single. Courtney, you said you recommended if you're in a relationship doing it together so you can understand what's important for your partner. I think I learned a lot from doing this from my partner, how they like to receive love and why they, you know, necessarily were feeling certain ways, and it's just, you know, it just strengthens the bond.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than you thinking you're giving love and doing so much in like the way you'd like to receive it and them not receiving it the way that they need to receive it. Cool. And then there's the Enneagram. So the Enneagram is a system of personality typing that describes patterns in how people interpret the world and manage their emotions. There are 9 different Enneagram personality types, each which has their own key motivations and fears that largely guide their actions and decisions. And the Enneagram is a model of human psychology and personality theory that is based on the idea that each person has a unique personality structure or essence that shapes the way they see the world and themselves.
Yay! I didn't know anything about this till like 6 months ago maybe, but it is really interesting. And within the 9 groups, there's like 3 different kind of variants of each, or 3 wings of each one, right? So there's technically what is that? I'm not good at math.
27.
So there's technically 27 different things, but I think from people I know, this has been like really accurate for them. So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So you should all go do your Enneagram, I reckon. And yeah.
So Brittany and I are both type 2, which is the helper.
Yes.
But then we have different wings. So Brittany is wing 3. 2 wing 3 type. They tend to be more sociable and ambitious than the other types of 2s, and they tend to be strong communicators and focus on building deep relationships. They can also be competitive and self-critical. You're like, that is I.
It's funny, like there's so many like different descriptions as well. Like I read like a description of like the difference between us as well, and there's just so much information out there.
Yeah, I tried to do like the
but
most...
it does perfectly explain. It's like really interesting, like because you can see it so clearly. Because we're like the same, but we're different. You know, we're not the same, but you know,
we're the same but different. Yeah,
yeah, we're like we're similar. Yeah.
And then the type 2 wing 1 are very concerned about other people's needs. The empathy that defines this type allows them to easily see when someone is suffering and give them a hand without saying a word. They're the most like condensed ones I found, but it can go on and on and on about your fears, your good qualities, your things you need to work on, best careers, blah blah blah. But yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah, so check that out as well if you like.
Okay, so this week on crime, we watched a show called The Program on Netflix, and I will read a little description about what it's about. The Program: cons, cults, and kidnapping. Years after being sent to a disciplinary school, a woman still haunted by her experience exposes the corruption and abuse of the troubled teen industry. So if anyone's seen or heard of like Paris Hilton and how she got sent to that school and she, you know, suffered a lot of abuse, and she got like, people get like kidnapped and taken in the middle of the night, and their parents like organized it for these kidnappers to come and kidnap their kids and take them to this like disciplinary school. It's like that kind of vibe. Yeah, so it's really interesting and fucked up. But yeah, what were your kind of thoughts on it?
I hate this kind of stuff. I find it very interesting, but I hate the concept of like
totally
disciplinary schools.
It's horrible.
They make millions of dollars off this, and there are so many.
Yeah, there is.
And like the trauma it causes everyone is unreal.
And the relationships it ruins as well. Like the relationships between parents and not daughters, and kids and
children.
Yeah, it's insane. Super messed up.
I struggle watching like stuff like that with it when it's kids.
Yeah, like, and the girl who like was, you know, and 99% of those schools, I feel like there's probably some form of like sexual abuse going on as well by like teachers. In this documentary, there was sexual abuse from a female teacher, and it starts by grooming because they're in such a horrible place and their parents have sent them here, so they're not getting any love from their parents. And then you have a teacher or someone of like power who's giving you attention and is abusing their power. It's just so sad and fucked up. These schools use other parents to recruit other parents to bring their kids there, and then because these other parents have seen my friends have sent their kids here, so they just end up all sending their kids to this place where they're all together. And it's just super sad. And then there's like incentives for these parents, like, oh, if you recruit this many people or whatever, you get like a month off or you get a week off and off the tuition, and it makes it cheaper. So incentivize the parents rounding up, getting more parents and more kids to the school, and it's just so fucked up. And it's awful.
I feel like, and this is maybe a hot take, but I feel so awful for some of the parents as well, because they don't they're brainwashed. They truly don't understand where they're sending their children. They don't get to go outside. They don't get to talk. They barely get to eat. They don't see sunlight. They're in like a prison, basically.
And they're not learning anything.
They're not learning. So the poor guy that like went to apply for college when he got out and realized he didn't even have his like diploma of high school because it wasn't real. That was so sad.
The school's diploma was invalid. That just set him back years, you know, and so much money too, if he wanted to. It was so sad.
It was so sad. But the parents really don't know where they're sending their kids. So then it's like you have a child that's acting up, and I 100% do not agree with this whole concept anyway. But then it's like the kid gets to write like a letter home, and then maybe saying, like in one example, she was saying how awful it was. But then it's like, who do you believe, right? When you're being brainwashed as a parent at these seminars and that kind of thing.
And also some of the parents still don't believe their kids, even though all these facts have come out.
Like the kids just want an apology. Like the damage is already done, really. They need to go to intense family therapy to move past this. Even if you can move past it, I'm not sure you would be able to. I wouldn't.
But yeah, it's called The Program and it's on Netflix. Okay, to wrap up the podcast today, we're going to do top 5 shows you wish you could rewatch for the first time. I wish I could rewatch Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon. I said that just because the recent live action has made me obsessed with it again. And I love when you have shows that have like so many episodes and you're like starting at the start and you're like, oh my God, there's so many episodes to go. And there's like, I don't know what's going to happen. It's all just like very exciting.
I never watched that until quarantine 2020. We binged it. It was so good.
It's so good. I love it. I would rewatch Game of Thrones because it's iconic and there are so many things in there that you just don't expect, and just like seeing that all for the first time and being surprised, like, oh, that would just be epic. Prison Break, this is a bit of a weird one, but I went through a deep dive and got weirdly obsessed with Prison Break back in my university days, so I'd love to go and just get in the spiral of Prison Break, and there's like so many episodes and they're like an hour long. I'd rewatch Mr. Robot. It's like my most favorite TV show of all time, and so much happens in it, and there's like, again, a lot of things that you don't expect, and just seeing that for the first time would be epic. And then the classic Friends. I'd love to rewatch Friends, and just, not know, you have so many episodes, you don't know who's getting with who, and Chandler gets with Monica. It's just like, oh my God, it's so exciting. And then watching that all unfold.
That's such a happy show. I love that show.
What are yours?
Okay, my first one is Suits.
Nice.
Love Suits. Didn't watch it honestly until like 5 years ago.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched Suits.
Oh, it's amazing. Love. My second one is Alaska Daily.
Oh yeah, do you want to explain what that's about?
So the description for Alaska Daily is: a recently disgraced reporter, Elaine Fitzgerald, leaves her high-profile New York life behind to join a daily metro newspaper in Anchorage, Alaska, on the journey to find both personal and professional redemption. Now, it's not a real story, but it is, the idea behind it is based on things that truly happen.
Yeah.
So like the actual show isn't a real story, but it does happen a lot.
Based on a true story, basically.
Yeah, so what it essentially is that there's an Indigenous woman and some men going missing. The cops just write it off, drugs, cold, they've just walked away, whatever, and no one investigates it. They just write it off from whatever else. But then she starts to investigate it, and it turns into this massive thing of all these Indigenous people going missing, and it not being
freaky.
researched or even half the time reported. And that is a
So
huge
sad.
issue in North America with Indigenous people going missing. It's happened in Canada. People just don't look into it, investigate it. It happens in Alaska, in the lower 48. Yeah, so that's just a bigger topic that we should go into one day.
What's your other shows?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Nice. Classic.
Full House,
Oh, Full House. That's a goodie.
and How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, nice. I love those.
Yeah,
They're all great. Happy shows.
happy ones, yeah.
I love that.
So that is a wrap for today's episode. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, follow, download,
All that good stuff.
all the things. And thanks again for being here. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.